While this version of the Volkswagen Passat Alltrack is brand new, the idea isn't. The off-road estate car, think Subaru Outback, Audi A4 Allroad and Volvo XC70, has been around for more than 30 years, and to start with VW was right at the forefront. Rewind to 1984 and the second-generation Passat was the first passenger car fitted with the German firm's Synchro system, later renamed 4Motion. This system has been available in various forms throughout the Passat's life, the most visually obvious being the Alltrack variant which debuted on the previous generation, complete with boosted ride height and off-road cladding. It offered a huge boot, a comfortable ride on the road, and four-wheel drive grip off of it. And so we come to the new Alltrack, VW's second attempt at creating the ultimate all-rounder. Who needs an estate car that can go off-road? Hear 4x4 and you will quite rightly think of something like a Toyota Land Cruiser lurching down a rutted jungle track. While you're unlikely to need that level of performance from an estate car in the UK, powering both axles provides considerable advantages to a vehicle that spends most of its time on road. These include everything from enhanced winter traction to the ability to tow a 2,200 kg trailer across a muddy campsite without drama. Having a Passat estate as its base means the Alltrack is extremely comfortable on the road, with a quiet cabin and supple suspension that dismisses ripples in the road surface. Diesel engines only powering the Alltrack is a pair of diesel units, both 2-litre, but offering 148 bhp with a 6-speed manual box and 187 bhp if you choose the 6-speed DSG Auto. Both sit in the same tax bracket and offer similar fuel economy, so it's really a choice of which you prefer. Trim options are limited to just one, but as it's based on the Passat GT you get plenty of standard equipment including adaptive cruise control and sat-nav, plus off-road specific equipment like hill descent assist and an electronic differential lock. If you need a spacious estate with a luxurious interior that can hold its own when the going gets rough, this car should be on your radar. Read on for the comprehensive Volkswagen Passat Alltrack review. Diesel engines only, with 148 bhp and 187 bhp manual gearbox on the lower-powered, DSG Auto on the latter. Similar fuel economy and identical tax costs for both. There is not a huge amount of variety in Volkswagen Passat Alltrack performance, as your only engine choice is between a 2-litre TDI diesel with 148 bhp or 187 bhp. The lower-powered unit produces 130 grams/km of CO2 and promises 57.6 miles per gallon. It's still quick, though, with a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 9.2 seconds. Pick the 187 bhp unit if that's not fast enough, which cracks the benchmark sprint in 8 seconds flat. It'll cost the same a year in tax like the 148 bhp model thanks to CO2 of 137 grams/km, and returns 54.3 miles per gallon. We've driven these engines in other Volkswagen cars and found the lower powered unit to be the sweeter tune. There's nothing wrong with the 187 bhp, but in the real world it doesn't feel a lot faster and makes more noise at the top end. Gearbox is a simple choice here. Go for the 148 bhp and you get a manual. Pick the 187 bhp and you get a DSG automatic. The 6-speed manual is standard VW group, with decent control weights and accurate shifts. Likewise the 6-speed DSG, which is seriously quick and providing you're not going flat out, goes about its business with trademark imperceptibility. Paddles behind the wheel seem a bit incongruous in a car like this, but are useful for getting the Alltrack to stay in a low gear when off-roading. On the tarmac however you're better off letting the gearbox shift for you. Raised ride height for off-roading has little effect on road. Still a comfortable cruiser especially on the motorway. Handling is safe and assured while cornering in order to cope with driving over jagged rocks and rutted trails. The Passat Alltrack has been hoisted up by 27.5 mm, giving you a ground clearance of 174 mm. Although it's no sports car, there's a good amount of body control and the 4Motion four-wheel drive system apportions power between the axles to ensure you've always got grip. As a result the Passat Alltrack feels safe and tied down on a twisty road, but never particularly engaging. The steering is light at low speeds to enable easy maneuvers and parking, but it weights up on the move. If it's still too light for you, then select the dynamic chassis control option, which allows the choice of several handling modes, including Sport, which enables flatter cornering and sharper steering. Comfort mode softens things up considerably and gives the Alltrack a cushiony ride, particularly on the motorway. Great range of quality materials, comfortable driving position, well-positioned controls and buttons. The driver is definitely the best seat in the house in a Passat estate, and it's no different in an Alltrack. There has been a definite shift upwards in the quality of the materials in the cabin, especially in one of our cars which came with a wood trim across the dashboard. A high door line and center tunnel give you a feeling of being hemmed in, but there is enough space all around to avoid feeling claustrophobic. An active info display takes the form of a 12.3-inch screen instead of using analog speedo and rev counter. It's very clear and contrasty, and the needles are animated to move in a natural way, so it's an easy thing to get used to. Not a million miles from the standard Passat estate, loads of room inside and a plush ride. Ergo comfort seats continue to impress. Unsurprisingly, Volkswagen Passat Alltrack comfort is very close to the standard estate car. That is to say, it's extremely comfortable. The Ergo comfort seats we tested were like armchairs and could be adjusted to fit a range of drivers. There was also very little in the way of wind or tire noise, and if you choose the dynamic chassis control adaptive suspension, you can pick between a range of comfortable and sporty chassis settings. 3-zone climate control means rear seat passengers can set the temperature just so, and there's plenty of space for them too. Well specified thanks to Passat GT base, plenty of off-road kit. In addition, Volkswagen Passat Alltrack equipment is based on the standard car's GT trim, so you can expect plenty of kit including adaptive cruise control, sat-nav, Bluetooth connectivity and parking sensors. If you want to see the full equipment list, check out our Volkswagen Passat review. Standard Volkswagen Passat Alltrack accessories. In addition to this are 18-inch alloys, raised ride height, off-road suspension, 4-motion 4-wheel drive and an off-road mode including hill descent assist, to help the Alltrack cope with driving in the wilderness. Helping set it aside from the rest of the range are an Alltrack styling pack with off-road bumpers, chrome grille, side sill protection, and black wheel arch protection. Inside you get Alltrack sill plates, brushed stainless steel pedals, decorative inserts in the dash, center console and door panels, plus summit cloth upholstery. Lots of kit to help keep you safe. Expect similar safety performance to the standard car. The Volkswagen Passat Alltrack safety systems are based on the GT spec estate, so there is a host of kit to help keep you safe. As such, you get knee and rear side airbags, a post-collision braking system, MAS fueling prevention, driver alert system and Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone. In addition, there is front assist and adaptive cruise control, front and rear parking sensors, automatic lights and rain sensing wipers. Just as practical as the standard car, huge boot and loads of room inside. Additional practicality thanks to 4-wheel drive. Volkswagen Passat Alltrack practicality was always going to be strong as it's very similar inside to the standard car. An elongated wheelbase makes this Passat bigger inside than the predecessor, so you get plenty of room in the front or back. There's also a lot of storage space in the boot, 650 liters of it to be precise, which means you can get loads of luggage in there without dropping the rear seats. Do this though and you'll get 1,780 liters of space.